in the figure shown, AB equals square root of 34 units, AC equals 3 units, and CE equals 21 units. What is the area of the square in square units of triangle ADE? So we need to find the area of triangle ADE, which is the large triangle here. We're given that the length of AB is the square root of 34, which is from A to B. AC is 3 units from here to here. And CE is 21 units, which is from here to here. So one thing we can notice is that triangle ABC and triangle ADE are both similar. So this triangle here is similar to this triangle here. And we can do that by the angle theorem, which says that if two triangles have the exact same angles, so let's say all three of these angles are equal to all three of the angles on this triangle, then that means that their sides are directly proportional, meaning if the length of this was 2 and the length of this was 4, then that means that if the length of this was 3, then this side here, the corresponding side, would be the same proportion as this side to this one. So on the big triangle, this side is twice the length of this one, so that means this side must also be twice the length of that one, so this one is 6. So that's how we know that this triangle is, so if this triangle also has two similar triangles. First, we can see that this angle A, is in both triangles, so this angle is identical. And we see that this triangle has a 90-degree here, and this one also has a 90-degree here. So that means these two angles are both the same. Then that means that these two angles have to be the same, because all the angles in a triangle add up to 180. So if two of the angles are the same, then that means the third angle must be the same to add up to 180. Okay, so now that we know that these are similar triangles, we can find the lengths of the sides. So first of all, we know that side AE, that's just equal to 24, because A to E is 3 plus 21. That was given in the problem. Side AD, we can find that by using the length of side AB. So we know that AB is the square root of 34, so we just need to find the proportion that these two triangles are similar by. And we can use that using AE. So we know that AE is 24, and the corresponding side is this right here. We know that the length of this was 3. So, but the total length is 24, and 24 divided by 3, that's just equal to 8. So that means in the small triangle, the sides are 1/8 the size in the big triangle. So in order to get the length of AD, we just need to multiply the length of AB by 8. So AD will just be equal to 8 times the square root of 34. Okay, now we need to find the length of DE. And we can use that using the Pythagorean theorem. So Pythagorean theorem says that a squared plus b squared plus c squared, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's for a triangle that's for a right triangle where the legs are AB and C is the hypotenuse. So for the large triangle, we know that the hypotenuse is 8 times the square root of 34. So that'll be C. And then the legs. So we know that this side here is 24, so we'll square that. And we're going to solve for B. So B is going to be, small b is going to be this side here. Okay, so now let's simplify this using our calculator. 24 squared whoops, 24 squared is 576 plus b squared. And then we know that 8 squared is 64. And the square root of something squared just cancels out the square root and the square. So we'll just be left with 34 inside. Which if we put it in our calculator again, 64 times 34, that gives us 2,176, and then 576 plus b squared. So now we can solve for b squared by moving this to the other side. So we'll subtract 576 from 2,176. So we'll get 1,600. And then we'll square root both sides to solve for the value of b, because b squared and then taking the square root of that cancels it out. So we'll just be left with b, and the square root of 1,600 should be 40. Okay. So now we know the length of b, so this side. So that means DE is equal to 40. Okay, so now in order to find the area of this triangle, we know all the sides, and we know that the area of a triangle, here we'll do it up here. So the area of a triangle just equals 1/2 base times height, where the base is the length of the bottom side, and then the height is this side here. So we'll just do 1/2 times 24, which is the length of this side, times the height, which is DE, which we solved for, which is 40. And we can just put that in our calculator. 0.5 times 24 times 40. So the area is 480 square units.